Welcome to another video. In today's video, I want to talk about a spaceship. Are you living in a spaceship, meaning that you're kind of dissociating yourself from your body? Are you coping, or is your coping mechanism that way that you are escaping as soon as you feel a certain way? If this is the case, then I'm going to reveal today a few secrets that will help you and guide you along your way to find another solution that may actually serve you better. My name is Patricia, I'm a certified life coach, and if you're new on my channel, then hit that subscribe button. Also make sure to ring that bell so you get notified. And every Thursday there is a new video for you and ready for you, and that gives you the chance to do the inner work. So with this, I would actually also mention that there is a self-discovery course that is going to help you not only feel lighter, but really sit with yourself and learn how to practice to do that and really go through these heavier maybe emotions that you are not really ready, or doing by yourself is kind of hard. And if you haven't learned that, then that's no big deal. So you get the chance to do that right now. Have a look in the description box, there you find that one as well. And with this, I would like to go with the video. Let's do that. So living in a spaceship or being dissociated from your body wasn't a conscious decision. It started in my childhood when I was receiving some kind of test results or some kind of confrontation in me doing something and achieving something, and that kind of pressure put me into feeling very unsafe and feeling not really welcomed. I felt a lot of pressure and I couldn't handle the pressure. I couldn't handle the heaviness that came with it, because it was all the time, it's not good enough, it needs to be more. You're not smart enough, it needs to be more. You're not worthy enough, it needs to be more. You know, all of that, that was really, really hard on me. And I was actually growing up in an environment that wasn't really stable in emotions. So it was rather ignoring and not talking about it, or if talking, then on a very rational way. And so I was just not that way. I was very different. I was very sensitive, and I could pick up so many emotions that also from other people, and I had no idea how to deal with that and how to navigate. And so that is something that I personally haven't learned, and it took me years to understand that there is another way in how to really stand my ground and live with this kind of, I wouldn't say sensitivity, but it goes in that direction, where it's about how to navigate through life with all the emotions you feel, right? We all feel emotions. Now I do know as a sensitive that I'm able to get more of that. But nevertheless, we all are human beings and we all have these emotions. And what has happened is that in those responses that my body was giving me was a very stress response. So my body was trying to cope, was kind of trying to protect me, because there was no other protection. And the protection was very sufficient, right? I mean, it kept me safe, and I was okay, kind of, until my 20s, somewhere there, where I realized something is different. And I had so many walls up because I was kind of not living inside of me. And so it's kind of hard to explain when you haven't really felt that. It's when you feel really numb and you don't feel really alive, even though you may be super happy on the outside, but inside you're kind of dead. I was a very an optimistic person, which actually helped me a hell lot. I cannot really deny that. But being happy from the outside doesn't mean you're happy from the inside, you see. So most of the time, those people who are really happy looking on the outside are most probably not really, really in the inside. Or for me, this is very, very true. Like, I didn't really feel that. I mean, I was trained to look happy, kind of. Like, everything is okay, kind of. And that was also where my coping mechanism as living in a spaceship came in, because that was the only way how I could deal with it. And over time, I realized that it was really hard for me to trust anyone, to have a loving relationship, if this is with a friend or with a romantic partner. Like, I had very difficulties to do that. And so what has helped me then was actually to really go deep, to really look into what was going on. And that was a journey that was quite long, actually. It doesn't have to be that long, but for me it was quite long, because I was trying to figure it out. I was doing some research. I was doing a lot of self-development stuff that helped me a little bit, and then I fell back. And so, you know, you have to find your own way. So what helped me was literally coaching. That really helped me to really give my rational mind the opportunity to maybe dig deeper, and maybe what my rational mind thinks is true is maybe not as true as I think it is. Does that make sense? I hope so. And I realized that I need to make a very, very deep change, and it scared me so much. So if you are scared at this moment because you feel that, that's okay, because I felt that too, and I did it anyways. And there is so much help, so much support out there who can actually support you on this journey. So, you know, go and get the help. You don't have to do it by yourself. And so what I have done then was, like, I was really looking into sitting with myself, right? Dissociating means that whenever I felt unsafe or insecure, or even a new situation came in and I felt really like, what is that all about? Like, do I really have to go there? I don't really want to, you know, that kind of thing. I would dissociate. And that really means that when your body's here, you are here somewhere, and you don't feel it because this here is far away from. It's quite hard to explain, but maybe you get the point a little bit. And if you're feeling that, then you know what I'm talking about. So I was sitting with it. So dissociating means I'm not allowing myself to feel. Main reasons were that I was initially doing that was because I felt rejected. I felt unworthy of so many things. Unworthy of love, not being good enough to be accepted at any kind of area in my life. Because whenever I received some kind of feedback from my teachers, it was all the time negative. It was very negative, very pressured. I felt very small, and I tried to cope. And so I had to pull all that energy up, and I had to pull all those beliefs up, because, you know, In the beginning stages, when you are born with kind of a blank page, and then it gets filled up with beliefs and with conditions and with any sort of what you are now, right? So it gets filled, it gets bigger and bigger. And so I thought, well, if it was once blank, and if it got put on, I can also take it off again, right? So you can train yourself to put it on or off. And I decided to take it off because it was heavy. And we all feel that. That's the craziness on this part. We all have areas in our life. Now it may not be the dissociation part, but it may be other things that are heavy on you. And even if it may be different, we all have it. We all feel at one point maybe this unworthiness or this not good enough in a certain way. And now this is definitely not something that I believed consciously, okay? I didn't believe this in a conscious way, and I was standing in front of the mirror and then I'm saying, I believe this and this. Absolutely not. Like, I had no idea this was going on. And that's why it gets really tricky, because you have to get this stuff up in order for you to understand what is really going on. You see, if you don't know what is really going on, then how do you actually want to release that from your sheet, let's say? How do you want to get this transformed if you don't even know it's there? So first you have to see what is there, no? That's when we practice being more conscious, being more aware, okay? Starting to really sit with who you are. And so I came into this meditation and I started meditation. Initially I had no clue what this is all about, because meditation meant for me, some kind of Buddha and some kind of temple and, kind of. Like I didn't really have the idea. And then I started to see, okay, well, I'm trying to move outside of my body. They're trying to move inside of their body. That's interesting, because that's what I need to do, right? I mean, I need to come back. So from distance to come back, right? And so I started practicing, and I learned that it's not about happiness. Many people think they go and practice meditation and then they come out and they're all happy. Yeah, it's not about happiness. It's about seeing what is. It's about feeling all there is. It's about seeing those hidden spots when you're usually on your daily basis, you're too busy to see it. And that's when you practice presence. It's when you practice that you're coming back home, okay? Coming back to your center means coming back home, being present in who you are at this current stage. And meditation helps you to see those hidden spots, because your body is very smart. When you give your body, your soul, whatsoever you want to call it, body, mind and soul, when you give all of them the time to be still and to really listen, what is going on? Why do I feel that way? Why am I this way? Now, even though if your mind doesn't remember what is going on, your body does. Your body knows exactly what is going on and can show you how to move forward and how to really see that. But the first step is really to go internal and see what is there and how can you move out. What is it that you really need at this moment? What care can you do for yourself that you need right now at this very moment to give yourself some love, what can you do? Because ultimately, it's you who has the closest relationship with you. And there is no one else in that little area, right? And so when you can figure out what you really need at this moment, especially when you're in pain and when you're suffering, and you really ask yourself, maybe it's really little, maybe it's just sitting here is already good enough. Maybe you also need something else, some other self-care, some other self-love that you can do for yourself that you really like, that you really enjoy. And that actually helps you as well to ask the right questions, because the more you're asking and the more you're practicing and the more you're asking yourself, why are you dissociating? The more you're coming back, you're coming home, and the more you feel aligned with who you are. And the more you feel who you are, the more you can create, because the other stuff is dissolving somewhere, right? It's going, and that's the beauty of it. You can always change it. You can. It takes effort, it takes your time, it takes practice, but you can do it. I promise you this one. And this is actually the end of our video, of our time today together. And if you're looking for one-on-one coaching, then have a look into the description box, because that will be interesting for you maybe if you're working on stuff like this. So with this, I leave you, and I wish you a nice day. Goodbye. See you next time.